hit that notification button. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Unmute yourself, Amber. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne. I got a video for that. Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. Tonight, we got a special guest and a special topic that we're going to be talking about. My mic is screwing up. Make sure you can hear me. Okay. So we got a topic that I've never talked about today. I'm not talking about it. I'm going to be asking some questions, and it's going to be on Medicare and Medicaid. But before I introduce my special guest, we're going to cover some things for you. Okay. One, I want you to know we are having our quarterly event next Monday and Tuesday, the 18th and the 19th, from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to be discussing how to win your VA compensation claim. Okay. Make sure I'm going to be dropping the link in the comment section throughout the next hour. So make sure you get signed up. We still got seats available. Also, I'm going to be giving links to my monthly veterans membership. Make sure you get signed up for that. I'm going to be giving you links to the books, contact information for our special guest. Okay. So without further ado, good evening, Amber. How are we doing this evening?
Good evening, Dwayne. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on tonight. I really appreciate it.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on and talk about this. Okay. So before we get going, let everybody know a little bit about you, what you do, where you're from, favorite color, you got any pets?
Sure, absolutely. Well, my name is Amber Reed. I live in the Kansas City, Missouri area, home of the Chiefs. I have a 15-year background in sales, ranging from anything from business to business, with the last 6 to 7 years solely focused on my Medicare as a Medicare sales professional. I have had the opportunity to service over 15,000 Medicare clients, ranging from anywhere from supplemental plans, Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans, and I currently am a licensed field agent direct with Humana. So Humana is my direct carrier. I'm very passionate about the business and service industry that I work in. I'm particularly passionate about my goals, and I love challenging myself. I would like to say my superpower is my drive. So if you guys have any questions about Medicare, I'm your girl, because I like to feed myself knowledge and in turn feed it to you as well.
Okay. All right. And correct me if I'm wrong, Amber, Kansas City is known for the city of fountains, right? Am I right?
That's correct. The city is fountains, but I think the Chiefs is kind of taking over that. I think people think that they're going to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, the Bucks got cheated. The Bucks got cheated when they were up there. The cold weather up there, they got cheated. Okay. All right. So again, I'm gonna be dropping Amber's contact information. I've already put it in the comment section. So if you want to reach out to her, if you got questions, I'll put it in the comment section again. But also the ticker at the bottom, I have her phone number as well. So definitely reach out. If you are watching this video later, her contact information will be in the description section of this video. Okay. So also, again, I'm gonna be putting a link to the event in the comment section as well. And then we're going to get into some Q&A. We're going to look at a couple of questions first from the individuals that are watching. And then I'm going to ask Amber some questions about Medicare and Medicaid as it pertains to veterans. Okay. So first up, we got Grace Smith. Welcome back, Grace. Good evening. Can you have both when you have TRICARE for life?
Okay, when you say when you're asking both, are you meaning can you have both Medicare and TRICARE? If so, the answer would be yes. I like to paraphrase it like this. Just think of a train track. And TRICARE is one track and Medicare is the other, and they don't collide with one another. So they exist on their own, and you can't have both.
Wow. Okay, that's something that I didn't know. All right, let's keep going. Annette Baker. Hello, everyone. How does Medicare affect your VA retirement and workman's comp or Social Security? So I don't know. Do you deal with veterans with Medicare, Medicaid, and their retirement, a military retirement, Amber?
Not their retirement. I like to look at, so not necessarily their retirement, no, but how does it affect just their VA coverage? That would have to be answered on a case by case basis. Everyone can have VA coverage and Medicare. As long as you meet the minimum requirements, the eligibility to qualify for Medicare, then it doesn't affect your VA coverage at all.
Okay. All right. All right. So if someone retired from the military, they did the 20 years and they're getting TRICARE at that point. So I
Again,
guess, okay. All right. So we'll keep moving. So how does Social Security disability play into the amount you receive when receiving workman's comp? Okay. So I don't know if Amber is equipped to answer this because she doesn't do workman's comp claims. Okay. And your entitlements to VA comp, or you're entitled to Medicare or Medicaid, clarify the difference, please. Okay. So again, she won't be able to answer. I can't even answer any workman's comp. That is a total different federal entity. Okay. But she did answer about the VA comp, saying that those are totally separate, right, Amber?
Yes, they're totally separate.
Okay. All right. And everybody keep in mind that, we're talking about different, federal entities, Social Security, workman's comp, VA, Medicare. They're all different.
They're all different.
They're all different. They have their own requirements. But as Amber said, think about those train tracks, right?
Yeah.
They're all on a different track. All right.
Yeah.
So be humble. Hey, bro, what's going on? Grace Smith says, welcome, Amber.
Thank you.
All right. And everybody, this is my guy, David Piatek. If you haven't subscribed to his YouTube channel, VA Housing Education, if you need a VA home loan, refinance, he is your guy. What's going on, Dwayne? Keep up the great job. You do the same, David. And everybody, let's just take a 5-second moment of silence. David lives in the Chicago area, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get cold. They're about to get a whole bunch of snow. So, David, make sure you get that snowblower worked on.
The Windy City.
Oh, yeah. LinkedIn user Chiefs Kingdom. Okay. All right. So, everybody, here is Amber's contact information. A lot of people, I know you're going to leave me a comment on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to reply with Amber's contact information, but you can find her information in the description section. Please click that show more link, get her email, her phone number, give her a call, because I can't answer your questions as it pertains to Medicare or Medicaid. Okay. So now, Amber, we are going to get into some questions for you, and then we're going to go back to the subscribers, people, our viewers' questions. Okay. So everyone, we got over 100 people in here. We got 100 people watching Amber tonight. Make sure you hit that like button. Okay. So Amber, first question.
Sure.
What is original Medicare?
What is original Medicare? Original Medicare is a government-funded health insurance program that primarily includes two parts. Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B. And those two entities make up what is known as original Medicare.
Okay. Okay. So you may not notice, I'm going to throw you a little bit curveball.
Okay.
When did they create Medicare and Medicaid? Has it been around like 10 years, 15 years? I can remember my grandmother even talking about it.
I know the answer to this. I want to say Medicare was originated in, I think it was the 60s.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's the 60s.
Right. Because I can remember my grandmother in the 70s talking about it. And
Yeah.
I was a kid. I had no clue,
Yeah.
All right. So next question. Should I sign up for Medicare if I have a VA, if I have VA healthcare? I believe you just answered that. Or you stated that you could, but should you?
Absolutely. I definitely advocate that you should. The reason that I advocate that you should is I want everybody to look at VA benefits like workman's comp. You at one point in time served your country and you worked for the federal government. You went to the VA, you had, some injuries or whatever dealing with that, and you have VA coverage. Medicare coverage is the insurance coverage you receive because you've worked at least 10 years or 40 quarters in the career market. So after your career with the VA, or during the time maybe you worked prior to working in the VA, you have these additional benefits that you've paid into. So yeah, VA health care covers care provided through the VA, and Medicare through VA facilities. Medicare covers access to providers outside of the VA. So again, there are two different tracks, and that's why you want to have both. Also, I like to tell people to look at it like this: you have two doctors, you always have a second opinion. When what one might not catch, the other one might. And since you qualify for these benefits, why not have everything you qualify for?
Mm, mm. That's a good point because people talk about TRICARE,
Mhm,
then you have VA VA healthcare, and
mhm.
then Medicare Medicaid. So you could have several different coverages. Sound like which is not a bad thing because a lot of people may not have any coverage or just one. You
Right.
know, with that. Okay, so before we get to some of my questions, I want to get to make sure we get through all the questions for the viewers. DK, stopping by to say hello. Thank you and your guests for all the valuable information. For those of you that do not know, Twisted was he had the last question on our 12-hour live stream
Wow.
back in April, and he came on because he had a bunch of contractors in his home doing work. So Twisted, yes, I do remember that. And David Piatek and I are not going to let you live that down, but we got your question answered. Thanks for the support, Twisted. Mr. B, what is the limitation? The small print, TRICARE for life is better than anything for retired military. We only need part A or part B. So go ahead, Amber.
Yes, TRICARE is amazing benefits. It's basically free healthcare coverage. You have free coverage. And you are always going to have that free coverage. TRICARE will always be there. And you might not necessarily need Medicare coverage if you don't want. But if you but because Medicare is available to you, why not have that additional coverage? What most people don't understand is that with Medicare, with these carrier plans, they understand that veterans don't typically use those plans as far as like the medical coverage part, meaning they're not really using a PCP provider, but they're using that coverage for the additional supplemental coverage, like the dental, vision, and hearing, the OTC benefits, things of that nature. So again, it's just another option that's available to you. And if it doesn't affect your current coverage, why not have it? Again, we can always take an in-depth look on it, but I have plenty of clients who have TRICARE and also have like MA plans. A MA plan is a Medicare Advantage plan. It doesn't offer the prescription drug plan entity. So it's only medical only. So you're getting medical, dental, vision, and hearing, everything you would get in a normal Medicare Advantage plan without prescription drug coverage.
Okay. So Amber, we have your contact information scrolling at the bottom. You're on Central Time. When can people reach you? What are your hours?
Well, I'm an early riser. I can take phone calls as early as 6 a.m. If you're up like me at the crack of dawn, go ahead and give me a call. If you want to, I mean, I'm just up. If you want to, right now, what's most important, I want everybody to know is right now we're in the middle of what is called your annual enrollment period, AEP. That runs from October 15th through December 7th. That is where CMS has, which is the Center for Medicaid Medicare Services, has opened a window where everybody can enroll into their Medicare benefits. It's open to everyone, so you don't have to have a special election period. Now would be the time, if you want to make a decision to go that route, that you can do that. And so you have up until December 7th to do that. Any Medicare agent right now is working from sun up to sundown, because we have a lot of people to talk to, a lot of clients to see, and a very small window to do it. So give me a call at any time. Now, of course, don't call me at 1 o'clock in the morning, but within reason. I would say my business hours would be 6 a.m. to something like 7 p.m.
Okay, because you're working late during this time. Okay.
Absolutely.
And she's on Central Time, everyone. Okay.
Yes.
The number is going across the bottom. So basically, what I hear you saying, Amber, they got 3 weeks to get
They
it,
have to.
or they don't. If they go past December 7th, they got to wait till next year.
That's correct. Unless they have a special election period, and that can be that. There's different circumstances that will allot for that. I don't want to. There's a lot that can come. We could talk about that on a case by case basis, but right now it doesn't require a case by case. We know that if you are over 65 and you have that red, white, and blue Medicare card that has Part A and Part B and your Medicare number, you can make an informed decision if you want to go into a Medicare Advantage plan.
Oh, okay. All right. Man, Amber dropping them Medicare nuggets. I call mine VA nuggets. She dropped them Medicare Medicaid nuggets. TRICARE won't be your primary after 65. Okay. That's something new. Ernest Smith say D. Okay. Welcome, Ernest. H houses. I have been receiving disability, TRICARE, and 100% PNT since January 2000. Okay. All right. Disability. I'm assuming he's saying Social Security disability. That's what I'm assuming. Let us know.
He and the money.
Yeah. Grace Smith says, yes, gotcha. Okay. Lisa, my husband received mail for Medicare, Medicaid. He is 100% total and permanent. I'm normally saying permanent and total due to service connected with VA compensation and SSDI. What do I do with that information?
Okay, so explain. So her husband is
right. So her husband on the VA side,
okay,
he's 100% permanent total. So he's getting able to get healthcare free through the VA. Okay. And he's getting Social Security disability.
He is.
What can she do? She's asking, what can she do with the Medicare and Medicaid information she received in the mail?
Okay, my first question to Lisa would be, has your spouse been receiving that Social Security disability for at least 24 consecutive months? If so, he then qualifies for Medicare.
Now he would still have to enroll, even if he
has, he needs to enroll, and he's able to do that once he's reached 24 consecutive months of being SSI disabled. So
24 months.
24 months, consecutive months, 24 consecutive. Yeah.
Okay. All
so
right.
If he has been enrolled or disabled for 24 consecutive months, then you are able to call Social Security and enroll him in Part A and Part B. Once you have your Part A and Part B, then you're able to go into the next step, which is looking at a Medicare supplemental plan for him.
So they would have to call Social Security first before they call you.
If they don't, well, they can call me regardless. I am a concierge service, which I can walk them through the steps of obtaining Part A and Part B. I have the forms that I can send to them. I can advocate and kind of guide them on what that process would be. So call me if you need help navigating that. But just to answer your question here, if the key part of what I want you to know is that 24 consecutive months, you know that right away if that's been 24 consecutive months. And if so, we have all of the tools that we need to get him into that next step.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, good information. A lot of good information I didn't even know. Okay, S Choice, welcome. Thank you for the support. Reggae Boys, I'm coming up on my 10-year mark at 100% permanent total, but recently the VA changed the rating schedule to no more. I think this is for me, more than 30% for my disability. Will they try to reduce me under the new law? No. And people understand that is, in my opinion, YouTube clickbait, because I'm starting to get a lot of these questions about will the VA reduce me based on this, and this. There is a lot that goes into when the VA can reduce you. Okay. But regular boys, you are good. If you're 100% permanent total and you don't want to file another claim, just ride off in the sunset. You're good. Okay. Mr. B, Medicare pays first and then TRICARE pays last.
That is
Is that
true.
true?
That
Okay.
is true. That is true.
All right. All right. Michael Holmes, great information. Yes, it is. Like I said, this is the first time that we did this topic. Amber reached out to me. She was like, "Hey, I want to see you some of my business cards." I'm like, you know what? I really don't do a lot of events unless I'm a guest speaker or something. But then I was like, hey, I can get you on my YouTube live stream where you can reach more veterans. And I'm pretty sure once we say Medicare, Medicaid, they will come and they would have questions. So they came tonight with some good questions. Okay. Superior water softeners. I just replaced mine last year. I'm 90% service connected, and I soon would be 65. Should I get Medicare and prescription drug plan, or what is your recommendation? Thank you for taking my question.
Absolutely. Thank you for the question, Superior. I would want to have a more in-depth conversation with you. I would want to find your pain points. You are reaching a great part of your lifespan where you're getting ready to age into Medicare. And so right now is where you want to take the time to really sit down and talk with me so that we can make an informed decision together, kind of get a little bit of your health background, kind of see, what you have going on. And then we could determine if you want to go a Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan route or just an MA route. With those, the great thing about Medicare is with these MA plans, especially with Humana, they give you veterans back what is called a Part B give back or a Part B reimbursement. So as you know, once you age into Medicare, you you don't have to pay a Part B premium. You've already paid that by working 10 years and 40 quarters. And your payroll tax have paid into that bucket for you. But Part B is a premium that you would pay that comes automatically out of your Social Security check. By enrolling in a Medicare Advantage plan, a lot of those plans have reimbursements where they sometimes might reimburse you all of that Part B premium or a great portion of that premium back to you. So we would just have to sit down and discuss some things and kind of find out where you are and help you make an informed decision as which direction you would prefer to go.
Right, right. And I think that's key, Amber. They got to get on the phone because veterans,
Yeah.
when I put my number up, they call. I mean, they like, hey, when they have questions about the VA, and you want to get this information from somebody that knows. And Amber is somebody that she has a passion for this. You could hear when she's explaining it, very knowledgeable. And again, December 7th will come up really quick. Okay, so before we get into more questions from tonight's subscribers, Amber, does having Medicare Advantage plan impact the ability of a veteran to go to the VA?
No, not at all. My dad is a veteran. He goes to the VA often, and he also has a Medicare Advantage plan. And he does exactly what I stated to your audience today. He has a VA doctor, and he has his PCP primary care doctor. He also has diabetes, so he's able to get a second opinion. He's able to, leverage what he can from both doctors. So no, it doesn't affect it whatsoever.
Okay, so on your pay stub, I see Medicare and Medicaid. So are there any additional? Do you have to pay for Medicare, Medicaid, or is already paid into if you're working? Correct.
Well, yeah, that's part of what you pay into on your taxes. Like all of us right now who are not 65 is contributing through our federal tax dollars. Can keep in mind that Medicare is a federal funded agency. Medicaid is a state. Okay, one is federal, one is state. So we're all paying into that, and we don't get to use those benefits until we turn 65. unless we become disabled prior to turning 65 for 24 consecutive months. Then we would be able to get Medicare early. We would be able to opt in early and then opt in again when we turn 65.
Okay. So if somebody's 50 years old
Mm-hmm.
and they get hurt on the job and they can't work and they're drawing Social Security disability,
Mm-hmm.
and at age 55, they've been on Social Security for Social Security disability for 5 years, 60
Mm-hmm.
months.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're not 65, they could turn around and apply for Medicare.
They would be able to get Medicare, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. At
All
55, they would be able to get Medicare because they've been 24 consecutive months. And then again, when they turn 65, which is their true initial enrollment period, because that's how CMS governs that, is by the age of 65, your birth date. Then they would be able to do a re-entry into Medicare.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Does VA healthcare and Medicare overlap?
They do not. That's that train track scenario that I gave again. VA healthcare coverage does not directly overlap, as VA benefits only cover VA facilities and providers. Medicare coverage can extend to non-VA services, making it valuable if you need coverage outside of the VA. That's why Medicare is valuable.
Okay. So does VA healthcare, will VA healthcare pay for Medicare services?
No.
Okay.
Solid no on that. VA,
Yeah.
no. VA healthcare does not cover services from Medicare providers. It's a different program, you guys. VA is VA, Medicare is Medicare, and we all know how the federal government works. Those different buckets and those different programs. It's different entities, it's different funding, it comes from different things. So no.
Okay. All right. So we're going to get back into the comments. Hey, everybody, we got 144 people in here tonight. Thank you for coming in and asking questions. Let me know. Anita Baker, free guy. Let me know how many likes that we have so far. Okay. Oh my goodness, David, I'm from Iowa. The winner is done. Yeah, I think David, we were talking the other week and I was teasing him. I was like, man, you better get that snowblower in the shop. Okay, admit Mr. B, correct, but military spouses who have never worked and don't have a work history are in the rude awakening. Okay, all right, 1965. Let's keep going here. Knows they can collect off your benefits 50. Okay, I think they're talking with each other in the chat. When can you start getting Medicare? You did already answer that, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the little knowledge that I know, you let me know if I'm correct. The initial age is 65, but you have to have had Social Security for 24 consecutive months, even at age 65, or no?
No. When you turn 65, that is the golden age which you qualify for Medicare. Medicare says, it's called a 313. Medicare says that you can enroll in Medicare 3 years before or 3 months prior to turning 65, the month you turn 65, and 3 months after. So you have a 7-month window to enroll in Medicare.
Okay.
And that happens at 65 when you turn 65.
What if you missed that 7-year window just because you don't know?
If you miss the 7-month window?
Yeah.
Then if you miss the 7-month window and you delay enrolling in Part B, you will have what is called a Part B penalty. Ooh. Because you've enrolled late. Yeah.
Ooh.
And so you may incur a late enrollment penalty, and that penalty is added to the cost of your Part B premium for as long as you have Medicare.
Oh, so it's just not like a one-time penalty. That penalty just okay.
That is why it's so important. If you guys don't understand Medicare, to get with a licensed agent that you trust, give me a call so that we can help you navigate this Medicare market. Understand exactly what's what. Yeah, if you don't enroll in Part B on time, you could have a late enrollment penalty.
Do they have healthcare subsidies for veterans, Medicare, Medicaid?
Yeah, so Medicaid is a state-funded agency, and it's a subsidy if you qualify for it. Everyone who is on Medicaid has to qualify based off their financial scope. As most people, Americans know that in order to qualify Medicaid, your state is more than likely wants you to be as close to the poverty line as possible. And then based off of when you sit down with your caseworker and do your financials, they would qualify you based off of a certain type of subsidy level. They would give you a rating, kind of, I guess, would be like the VA rating.
Yeah.
And then that would kind of determine how much coverage you would qualify for. Whether you're dually covered, meaning you pay nothing, whether you have a spin down, which you have to contribute, or whether you're low level, which you're paying some of your co-payments and things of that nature. But that's case by case, you guys, depending upon how what your financial scope is at this moment.
Okay, good. Also, before we get into the next question, I did put the link for my upcoming How to Win Your VA Compensation claim. It's a 2-day event, November 18th and 19th, next Monday and Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, the link for the monthly veteran membership is in the comments as well. Okay. Also, you can find it in the description section of this video and my other videos. Okay. Annette Baker, what's the benefit of taking it early versus at 70?
What's the benefit of taking it early? Well, you can't take Medicare early. You have to do it at 65. Now, there's reasons why you wouldn't necessarily roll at 65, and that would be because if you are currently maintaining credible coverage. So 9 times out of 10, it just depends on your employer. Your employer could kick you off of their healthcare coverage. They could say, you're 65, we need you to go enroll in Medicare, or they could allow you to stay. But when you turn 65, whatever you do, you need to make an informed decision, because if you don't enroll in Medicare, you have to maintain what CMS governs as credible coverage, which means you had coverage that was ideally equal to what we would provide. So we will not charge you a Part D premium, a penalty. You will avoid these penalties because you had what is called credible coverage.
Well, I'm telling y'all that the Medicare Medicaid nuggets, there it is. Absolutely. Why not have both? Okay. We got Free Guy. What's up, Dwayne? And Stephanie. Whoop, whoop. Okay. This is Free Guy. I call him Gunny Highway, because he is a Marine. Okay. And also, as a fun fact, he is the gentleman that suggested, we were sitting in a veteran entrepreneurship program, and he kept asking me questions about the VA claims process. And I was just, he was asking me questions. I was giving him answers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, dude, you're like a walking dictionary. You ought to start a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
5 years later,
here you go.
Look at us now. Free Guy. All right. So at what age can you get Medicare? I think we covered that.
65, guys, unless you are disabled.
Yeah, for 24 consecutive
months. That's right.
All right. Twisted. I actually talked to Dave not long ago. I'm using his services to buy my first. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, Twisted. Yeah. Yeah. And Twisted, he was the one that had the last question on the 12-hour live stream. I'll never forget that. But thank you for all the support. And look who we have up. Bernie, she used a whole name. Bernie Breckenridge. At what age do I need to apply right now?
Well, I don't think she's close. She needs to apply right now, but you have a 7-month window to apply for Medicare. You can do it 3 months prior to turning 65, the month that you turn 65, or 3 months after you turn 65. It's called a 3-1-3. And when you add that together, it's 7. So a 7-month window.
All right. Ms. Breckenridge. All right. Franklin D. Roosevelt created the Medicare program. 1935.
Wow. Okay.
We're off. Way
35.
off. Okay.
Okay. Thank you
And
for
he broke it
that.
down. He's like Franklin
Yeah,
D. wrote.
yeah. I
Okay,
knew it was Franklin D. I knew
right.
that.
So everyone, and I haven't done a video on this, but I'll bring it up. Who created the VA? Which president?
Mm,
Let me know. I know.
I don't
Let
know.
me know. Let me know if you all know. All right. Okay. Evening, Dwayne and Amber. Hello from New Mexico. I am 60. My wife is 64. How soon does my wife need to sign up for Medicare? I am retired and we have TRICARE. And some of these questions are delayed, so as we
Yeah.
answer them, we probably already answered them, but we'll answer them again. Go ahead, Amber.
So your wife is 64, depending upon when her birthday is, she'll have a 7-month window. She can, the earliest she can sign up for Medicare is 3 months prior to her 65th birthday. Let me add another caveat since you spoke about your husband and wife. I know Dwayne's audience is pretty much VA, VA focused, but keep in mind that as a licensed sales agent, you have spouses that have work that might need Medicare, which I can assist that. You might have a mother, friends, family, you might take care of someone, loved ones that you take care of. As a licensed sales agent, I can be of service to anyone in your home or outside of your home that needs assistance and guidance with Medicare and knowing how to navigate that. So don't just feel like it's only, we're doing this special show. Of course, we just had the VA holiday, and thank you for your service, everyone. But this is anyone who's 65, anyone on Medicare. This is a federal regulated program throughout all of our states. So it doesn't just apply to our vets.
Right. Yeah, good point. And we got Mr. B here. I think Mr. B probably do a little bit of what you do because he's coming up with some he's giving some nuggets himself. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Tim, I am on SSDI and qualified for Medicare, but not until December 28th. So I'll miss December 7th. Do I have to wait another year?
No, you are on SSDI, Social Security, and qualify for Medicare. Okay, so because you're qualifying for Medicare on December 28th, that gives you a special election period. Remember, right now we have the annual enrollment period, which is open to everyone, but you have a special circumstances. You are qualifying for a certain entity, so that opens up a special gate for you. So no, you won't have to wait till December 28th. Go ahead and give me a call tomorrow and we can kind of discuss, and I'll be able to pinpoint you directly as to when you want to make certain moves regarding this.
All right.
Yeah.
Now you know. Okay, let's talk under the tree podcast. Is the PACT Act special monthly compensation if you're 100%? It's a question for me. No, that's separate. The PACT Act is not an SMC, special monthly compensation. That is two separate things there. Now, well, let me back up. You could be service connected for a condition under the PACT Act that could meet a qualification, one of the qualifications under a particular SMC. But there's so many SMCs out there. Veterans ask me, hey, I got this, I got that. Do I qualify for SMC? I don't have all those SMCs memorized. I don't even try to memorize all the SMCs, even some of the basic ones like SMCK. Now, SMCS, I got that memorized. I know the criteria for that because that's fairly straightforward and simple. But when you start getting into the M's, the O's, the half steps, the T's and stuff like that, I know where to go and find that information. But I'm not going to memorize it because it could change, it could update it, and it's just a lot of information to remember. Okay. All right. So here's the link to how to win your VA compensation claims. I got almost 190 slides that I'm going to be going through. I even have a quiz for you. Okay. We do have some people in here. I think Ms. Baker took it a couple of years ago. Let everybody know what you thought about it. Okay. Our monthly membership, we have two plans. We have the gold and we have the platinum. The platinum, you get 1 hour with me a month. Okay. I have almost 400 small videos that are not on YouTube. I give you resource links to take you directly to the 38 CFR, the M21-1, the VA rating schedule, the updated VA compensation rate table, the updated VA compensation rate table for special monthly compensation, and more. We go live. We went live earlier today. So go live twice a month, take some questions, and give you a block of instruction on something. And we record it and we upload it to the membership. And we got recordings all the way back to May of 2024 this year. So definitely check it out. That link will give you more information and you can get signed up. Okay. So Gwen Green, Mr. B, I am also PNT and a half. Okay, so I think they're going back and forth. Thank you for the information. I will be calling. My name is Richard. Talk to you soon. Okay, Richard.
Thank you, Richard. I look forward to speaking to you.
Yeah, and ask Richard, can we get can he ship us, how much is his water softeners? I may need to upgrade. Okay.
Ask Richard, what's state is he in?
Yeah. So yeah, Richard, let us know what state are you located in. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Richard's in Arizona.
Arizona, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Arizona, North Carolina, one of the two. I'm just guessing. Okay. So Dwayne Brown, I'm 100% permanent total, and I retired from the state of South Carolina and continue to carry my state insurance. And I receive Medicare Part A, Part B. Would it be benefit to me to get a Medicare Advantage?
I think so. Again, those are benefits that you do qualify for. You said that you do receive Part A and Part B, which means you have met the federal requirements to have both Medicare and Medicaid. I'm sorry, Medicare. And in addition to that, if you have Part B, that means you're paying that Part B premium. Whether you're going to use those benefits or not, you're paying for it. Might as well go ahead and get into a plan, some type of supplemental coverage that you're being able to get some bang for your buck. So give me a call. Let's take a look at some of your options for sure, especially right now while it's your open enrollment period.
Okay. So we got a couple of questions left, and I'm going to ask Amber, and then we are going to get back into the comments because these are some good questions.
Yes.
So what happens if someone delays signing up for Medicare Part B?
Then it would be, if they delay, Medicare CMS would then impose a late enrollment penalty.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's the same as you talked about earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I didn't know that was something different.
No.
What happens if someone signs up for Medicare Part D?
Well, so Medicare Part D is prescription drug coverage. Okay. So in order to, there's a few ways that you can obtain Medicare Part D. You can enroll into a Medicare prescription drug plan that includes Part D coverage within the frame of that plan, or you could just opt to go with original Medicare and just enroll in a prescription drug plan, which is standalone. All that plan gives you is drug coverage, nothing else. So, and the reason that you might want to do that if you are a veteran is maybe the VA is not supplying any of your medications. Maybe that was something that you weren't approved for, but you do need prescription drugs. You have original Part A and Part B. Then we can also get you a prescription drug plan, a standalone prescription drug plan that will allow you to be able to get those medications filled at your local pharmacy.
Now, are there co-pays associated with those?
Yes. Normally, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a premium also with that prescription drug plan, as well as you'll pay co-payments based off of what drug tier your particular drug falls on.
Okay, because I know once veterans reach a certain level of service connection under the VA, their prescription drugs are free. But if they don't, they have a copay, but it's real minimal. And right, so that's why I tell veterans, if you feel you deserve 100%, go after it, because then all bets off at the VA. You can get treated, get prescriptions, orthotics, all that stuff for free. Mm-hmm. And the cool thing about it, Amber, they got a website. I was on it today talking to my primary care and the nurse, mm-hmm. and they'll you can click a section, go on to prescriptions, click that and refill it, and they'll mail it to you. You
Yeah.
get
Oh,
it
yeah.
like in 40. Does Medicare Medicaid do that? Or
Yeah, that's a great feature that a lot of carriers offer, which is called a mail order service, mail order prescription drug plan, and different carriers have their own in-house mail order service.
okay,
Ours is called Centerwell here at Humana, and so what that is, it's kind of like an automation where you contact our call center. They upload all of your prescription drugs into the system after contacting your primary care doctor and just get them on rotation, whether that's a 30, 60, or 90-day rotation. And they just come to you in the mail.
okay. Oh
Yeah.
man, I didn't know that. Wow.
Also, I wanted to say, typically, and I don't know what the percentage would be, so I'm just going to speak off of my experience of what I know my clients typically do. A lot of veterans that I work with go for what is called a MA plan, which does not have drug coverage because they are getting that drug coverage filled through the VA, so they don't need it. It doesn't make any sense for us to have them go that route. And so we just get a medical plan only, which gives them a lot of times that Part B give back. It gives them dental, vision, and hearing coverage. And it also will give them like some over-the-counter funds as well. Over-the-counter, or what is called OTC, allows you to buy things either at a physical pharmacy or a mail order pharmacy, like your deodorant, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your Band-Aids, your vitamins, your cough drops, your cough syrup, the pens, bandage wraps, eye drops. Pretty much anything you can find at a drugstore would be covered in OTC benefit. And so you have an allotment of that's on a quarterly basis. You just go right online. Either you can order it up and it comes directly shipped to you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, Rita says, hit the like button. We got 142 watching, 67 likes. Good stuff, Dwayne. Having Amber on to explain things, folks. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we got 134 people now, 137. So yeah, we got these likes, 11 likes. Okay, I think so. We're gradually catching up with some of these comments. Okay.
Okay.
So I've asked all my questions to Amber. So the rest of the evening, we're going with questions from the comment section. Brother, I am so lost on my VA disability rating, and I'm not financially stable to pay for assistance. Thank you for your service and information. Okay, Ben. I don't know if you have the book, Ben. Email me at info@kmd89.com. I got you covered with the book. Make sure you subscribe. I go live the first Wednesday of every month to ask questions. This is a free platform. Make sure if you're not able to attend the live, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, and go ahead and post your question first because I'll answer it, and then you can come back and watch the live stream a little bit later, okay? And then make sure you connect with me because there are some platforms out there, like I'm in a group Thursdays where you can get those questions answered, and it's free, okay? All right, good information.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Retired 100% PNT. I can keep original Medicare Part A, Part B. I don't need prescription drugs plans if I have e-scripts and my federal benefits insurance for vision and dental, correct?
So he's asking me, he has original Medicare Part A and Part B. You don't have to go with a prescription drug plan because you have credible coverage through the VA. And your federal benefit insurance for vision and dental. So I'm assuming you have some type of federal retirement plan, and you get vision, dental, and hearing through that. Yes, that's a full coverage plan, and yes, you can keep that if you opt to. That's just you making an informed decision and deciding that is the route that you want to go. You prefer to get your dental, vision, and hearing through your federal plan, if I'm hearing you correctly, and then you just only want to keep Medicare Parts A and Part B. Now, one thing to remember here, keep in mind that with Medicare Part A and Part B, that's going to be an 80-20 split. So in the event that you use your original Medicare, you are in a the government is going to cover 80% of whatever that bill is. You're on the hook for the other 20%. So when you opt to go with original Medicare, that's totally fine, but you will come out of pocket for that 20% without having any type of supplemental coverage.
I'm telling y'all, Amber Call her 816-441-8754. Get her done. Ben says, I wish I could speak with you on my situation, on my fight for rating for my operation that I have been working on. Okay. Ben, it is very hard to get me on the phone. I am answering close to 100 emails a day. We get several phone calls a day, and this is why I try to do these platforms as much as possible. I know you said you have some financial problems, and I may do something, an event, a private event with a small number of vets next month, or come in just a free Q&A. So definitely follow me on social media, okay? Because we'll be promoting that. And when I do those free events, Ben, those slots go quick. I mean, if I'm talking about it in a live stream, before I get off the live stream, it's book solid. Okay. So just make sure you follow me. All right, Ben? Okay. TTT. Is there a discount code for the book? Yes, it is. And I forgot to give it. TDH, Tango, Delta, Hotel, TDH, the number 15, and you will get 15% off. Now, I am going to do a Black Friday deal.
Black
I'm going
Friday.
to do a Black Friday deal. Okay. So make sure you follow me, because this is going to be the biggest discount that I've had since I published my book a year and a half ago. Okay. And I was on Amazon today, Amber, ordering more books because I know when I do this,
they're going to go quick.
Be fun. Yep.
Yeah. They're going to go.
Mm-hmm. I read your book. Very helpful. Thank you. All right. Appreciate it, Ricardo.
No, that's Amelia, my daughter.
I didn't have my glasses on. I'm like, wait a minute. You know what? You come on here again, I'm going to tell your grandma. I'm going to call her right now. Buku, is VA disability equal to Medicare disability?
No.
It's different.
It's different. Yeah.
It's different. Because Medicare is more, it's a coverage where VA disability, they're paying you.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's talking about VA disability health care and Medicare. Maybe he came in late where you were talking about the different trains on different tracks, right?
Yeah. That just takes me back to where VA is more of workman's comp, on the job. You hurt on the job per se, whereas Medicare disability would be someone who's outside of the VA that is disabled. Right. Social Security, because you've paid into that. Like, that's the coverage because you're paying into your taxes. You're contributing to that bulk. So now you're being able to use it or take from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's some answers to our question. What president created the VA? Herbert Hoover? Nope. Herbert Hoover? Nope. Herbert Hoover? Nope. Hoover? Nope.
No.
Ding, 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 ding. President Lincoln. Yes. It was President Lincoln. Okay. All right. I have 2 years to go before I'm eligible. We just asked this question.
Take my number down. I'll be here in 2 years.
Yeah. When do you receive the Medicare card after you turn 65? I know you answered it earlier.
Will you receive a Medicare card after you turn 65? Yes. Once you're approved and you Medicare has initiated your Part A and Part B date and your Medicare number, then they'll send you out a card. It's a red, white, and blue Medicare card.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Betty Boop said 1988, President Ronald Reagan in 1980 turned the VA to cabinet level Department of VA. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Okay.
Well, all right. Thank you for the information. Very helpful. Hey, and everyone, send me an email at info@kmd89.com if you got some suggestions for videos or live streams. Now, when it comes to videos, please do not email me your scenario and say, do a video on this scenario. I have this. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. But I'm talking about a topic. And I try to get those done. Somebody emailed me over the weekend. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I think it was Saturday. And they said, hey, Dwayne, they're having this veteran vet fest in Lakeland, Florida. And they sent the link, and I went and looked at it, and the video went up today. Okay, so I was dropping some nuggets in there, even though if you're not in Florida and you can't attend that event, I'm dropping nuggets in that video that you can use if you have a vet fest in your area. So just don't think about, oh, I'm not in Florida.
Right.
You know, I'm dropping some nuggets. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the nugget.
You the nugget dropper.
Nugget king. Okay. You sip me? Okay, wait a minute.
Skip, maybe?
Skip, yeah. I don't think we did. We did have a question. Everybody keep in mind, we're like 60 seconds behind your comments, okay? We'll get to them. The class on how to win your VA compensation claim was great. I would recommend it. One, it's free. Well, not this one, not anymore. And the quiz is educational. I would recommend it. So what Ms. Baker is talking about, I did it last year, and I did it for free.
Okay.
532 people signed up.
Wow.
Only 154 showed up.
Okay.
They missed out, and so we start charging a fee. It's $97. It's a 2-day event, and you get a lot of information. Actually, companies hire me to come in and give this, and those companies pay a lot more, and you get it at a huge discount. Okay. Yeah. All right. In Georgia, if you receive SSDI and TRICARE after 24 months, you're automatically enrolled in Medicare A and B with options not enrolling.
That could
go ahead.
That could be correct. Medicare or Medicaid is a state-by-state basis. So different states have different rules based off of their state. So if you're in Florida, or I'm sorry, Georgia, yes, that could be accurate.
Okay. All right. Bernie's Breckenridge, does TRICARE qualify as comparable coverage if you have missed the sign up for the Medicare late?
It does qualify for qualifying coverage when it comes to the Part D. So you would not be assessed a Part D penalty because TRICARE is credible coverage when we're speaking to that. It does not have that statement does not weigh the same when we're talking about your Part B, because again, Part B and Part A is the time where you need to initially tell CMS, the government, this is what I want to do. You need to make a decision. You need to make a choice. So it only affects your credible coverage. It does not affect what you're telling the government that you want to do now that you're turning 65.
Okay. All right. Your videos have helped me. Johnny Jackson helped me go from 10% since I got out of the service in 1990. Now I'm at 90%.
Wow. Congratulations.
And that's what I tell people, Amber. I got over 550 videos to include live streams.
Yeah.
And, just gave a discount code for the book, TDH, Tango Delta Hotel 15 to get 15% off. A lot of people said, I purchased the book. I read the book. It's an easy read. Takes about 4 or 5 hours. And they've been following me for 2 years. And they've got upwards to $3,700 a month tax-free. And I've never talked to them on the phone.
So you're saying that with your book and your videos, that literally is all a person would need.
Yeah. And they can do it themselves.
They can do it themselves.
They just have to invest. They have to invest in the time, be patient, and continue to get educated. You do that, you'll start winning.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a win-win right there.
Yeah. I received additional 20% for watching. There it is.
Good job.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Jeff Ellison. I know that name from somewhere. I think he was a client. Let me know, Jeff. It sounds familiar. Okay. Please stress that if your dependent child accepts Chapter 34, you mean Chapter 35, you cannot get dependent pay. Please drop that nugget. Chapter 35, Jeff. You are correct. People, what Jeff is talking about, if you have a child that wants to go to college, the federal government, if you're 100% permanent total, they will give that child a stipend. I think right now it's about $1,500 a month. It will go up because we got the 2.5% cost of living, COLA allowance adjustment. I'm pretty sure it is going to be effective for the stipend. So you cannot double dip. The federal government is not going to give your dependent all that money and still pay you.
Right.
Okay. So as soon as you apply for those benefits, make sure the VA takes them off your award. Okay, if you still getting paid for them, you can be like, hey, I'm gonna let it ride. Let 10 to 15 years go by, and they catch it, you got to pay all that money back, and they're going to withhold your monthly VA check until you paid that back. I've seen it. It's been people that were married, Amber, were married, and they were getting paid for their wives. They get divorced one day, get remarried the next day. Oh, they just think, oh, I'm married, so what's the big deal?
Right.
You're not married to that person anymore. The VA is paying you for
that person,
ex-wife,
yes,
not the new. And then they get caught up 10 years later,
and they owe all that money.
And here's the thing: I've seen veterans get divorced the second time, and the wife call in and be like, "Oh, he wasn't getting paid for me. I wanted an apportionment, which is like alimony,
right?
And he was getting paid for his first wife, and here's the paperwork. And now you could be paying your second wife apportionment out of your VA check, and you got to pay all that money back, and you never got paid for the second wife.
Wow.
Okay, so don't get caught slipping. So yeah, Jeff, I'm glad you brought that up because that's a huge nugget. You don't get caught up.
Dealing with the government is sticky. Let a trained professional help you.
Yep. Thanks for the information. I will get my husband to call you, Amber, for the humanitarian plan. He needs to know how to get Medicaid.
Absolutely.
Ms. Perry, you might want to be on that phone call too. If your husband dragging his feet, you might want to. We're making this phone call and putting you on speaker. Okay.
Yes. Remember, you only have until December 7th, so give me a call right away. We can do an initial call and get some actionable item steps working to get you guys going. So.
Yep. Okay. Hey, Rican, I got my 100% disability. Congrats. And you have so much great info. Please keep the info coming. I will. I'm gonna keep dropping them nuggets like snowflakes. I'm trying to get my SSDI, and it's been almost a month since I submitted my application for Social Security. I don't know how long they would take. I have no clue, Rican. I wish I could tell you, but if it's anything like the VA, it's slow. Okay. If it's anything like the VA process. Ms. Green, you said my name but did not read my question. I didn't, and I really need to know what will this Advantage program do for me if I'm PNT and have Part A, B, and C. So what she's saying, Amber, she's PNT, she's 100% on the VA side.
Okay.
So and she needs to know what will this Advantage program do for me. So she's 100% permanent total, I'm assuming, on the VA side. So
she has Part A and Part B.
She's saying, what would the Advantage program do for her since she has Part A, Part B. Yep.
Okay, so Ms. Green, if you have Part A and Part B, that means you're paying a Part B premium. Social Security is taking money out of your check to have that Part B premium. What an Advantage plan can do for you is a few things. One, we can get you set up on an Advantage plan that will reimburse some of that Part B premium to you, meaning giving you money back into your Social Security check, in turn increasing the amount of money that you're receiving on a monthly basis. Okay. In addition, that Advantage plan is going to give you a second health source, a primary care physician. So you'll have a VA doctor, you'll have a PCP doctor. It's always like having a second opinion. You'll have additional coverage. If there is time that you can't get to the VA, you can go see a primary care doctor, you can go to urgent care, or you can go to the emergency room. That plan is also going to have dental, vision, and hearing coverage. So that's additional coverage if you don't already have that through the VA. That plan would also possibly have over-the-counter funds. It would just depend. We would have to look at what's available to you in your area, look at a couple of plan options, and see which one will work best for you. Of course, I would help you make an informed decision, but we wouldn't be doing anything to lessen what you have. We would want to be trying to expound upon and adding additional benefits to what you have and making your situation, better or greater. Okay. Yeah.
And before, I'm going to skip a couple of people because I want to stay with Ms. Green.
Okay.
And TRICARE, can I use this program to use healthcare, exercise, and will it be free I am
Good
over
question.
65. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. So a lot of these Medicare Advantage plans do have a free health membership benefit in them. A lot of time it's called silver sneakers, where you can go to your local YMCA, your local
Mm.
community center, or whatever is in your area, and that plan will pay for a gym membership so that you can do things like work out, walk. A lot of times these plans will pay for fitness trackers like Fitbit, yoga classes, online classes, a lot of different benefits. So yes, thank you for bringing that up. That's a great benefit that a lot of these plans offer. Again, give me a call so that we can take a look of what's available in your area. Most people don't know that the way Medicare Advantage plans um, are born is based off of the county and state that you live in. So say for instance, like right now where I live, about 10 minutes down the road, I'm in a different county. Those plans will vary from where I
Mm.
am. So it's based off of the county and state that you live in and your zip code. So we would plug that in and see what's available to you and discuss some things and see what it is that you need and take a look at what you have and come up with a solution for you.
Okay. So Amber, we are over an hour. We do have a few questions. Do you still have about 10 minutes to
Sure,
answer?
absolutely.
Okay.
Let's do
All
it.
right. So everybody leave a thank you in the comment section. We are over an hour. If you know me, whenever I do something, if it says an hour, be prepared to stay an hour, 10 hour, 15 minutes. Okay. This is free information that you get, and we want to make sure you get it from someone that knows this process. Annette Baker says, I got the book and it helped me get an increase in my benefits. Thank you for all the support. Annette Baker is probably, I want to say she's probably 3 years. She's been supporting me. She's been, when I was doing town halls, she was in those. And I'm like, man, that was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, good job with Miss
Uh,
Baker.
So
Way to
she's
go.
definitely a supporter. Johnny Jackson, I'm going to get your book for a friend. Use the code TDH Tango Delta Hotel 15 to get a discount. And Miss Green, I do apologize that I missed your question, but I'm glad we got it this time around. I do apologize. I am sorry. Okay. Okay. Jeff Ellison, 100% permanent PNT. Yes, a client. Okay. I recognize that name. Dwayne, you are doing great things. Please keep dropping them VA nuggets. You know I will. Okay. I call this like the speed round because we're trying to get through these comments. Yes, I'm living proof. I went from 10% to 100% PNT in 2 years by watching Dwayne's videos. Thanks for all you do. There it is, people.
Job. That's good.
And one thing I tell people, Amber, I worked in that system for years.
Yeah.
Adjudicating claims.
Yeah.
And so everything that I use to grant benefits, everything that the VA taught me, that I even use with my personal claim, I'm giving it in these free videos.
Yeah.
And I tell people, just sit there. Now, you think about this. How many people will watch certain funny things on TikTok? They'll sit there and
scroll
hour.
Yeah.
And you get no rate of return from that other than some level of enjoyment.
Right.
But my videos is helping you and your family members to get tax-free benefits. So like you said, certain, Medicare, Medicaid would pay for gym memberships.
Yeah.
The VA, you get a certain level. They got, pools. And I saw one here at the Tampa VA, and I was like, I was on the basement or something, and I was walking, I smelled like chlorine. I'm like, what? They got a pool? And they was in there doing exercises and stuff.
Yeah.
And they do things outside of the VA activities that a lot of veterans don't know about, So watching these videos, you get to a certain level, especially 100% PNT, a lot of things open up for you and your family.
Yeah. Okay? Well, congratulations to Tim for taking that knowledge and running with it. Congratulations to you. Yeah. You said you went from 10% to 100%. I can't even imagine what that did to your bank account, but congratulations.
I can tell you, if you're a single veteran, about $130, $140 a month, about $3,737 a month.
Woo.
And That's not included if he has any other add-ons, like I said,
Right.
SMC, special monthly compensation. Some of those may be $400 or $500 a month on top of the $3,700, and it's tax-free income. You don't have to report it as income to the IRS.
I think that's a true definition of knowledge is wealth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Wayne and Amber, not Stephanie, and Amber for the time and help. Okay. I'm born and raised in, so I was wrong. What I say, North Carolina or Arizona. So he's born and raised in San Antonio. Currently, have reside there. Texas. Currently have a residence there still, but I live in New Orleans now. So, do you know Stale Cracker? He's down there in Louisiana. Do you know Stale Cracker? All right. Bernie, I need her help.
Call me.
Yep, there's the number down below. I've been running that ticker for the past hour. Okay.
You guys can also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go
I was
ahead.
just going to say, you guys can call that line. You guys can text that phone line. I also want to make I want to make an announcement to your viewers that with Medicare, CMS, which is the governing body, they're the boss that governs Medicare. I just want you guys to know that when I speak to you, we're going to have to fill out what is called a scope of appointment. It's basically just a digital yes signature that you have to provide that you give me permission to be able to speak to you. So don't be alarmed when I present that to you, but a scope of appointment will be need to speak to you. But once we get past that, shoot, I'm ready to roll.
Okay. All right. So Wayne Smith say SSDI takes 6 months to 1 year to receive. Okay. Thank you. Need your number. Ms. Green, are you saying my number or Amber's numbers? Amber's numbers scrolling down below. Okay. Ned Baker, thank you so much for your time. Not a problem. No problem. Okay. I'm not close to retirement. Thanks for helping veterans.
You're welcome.
It's my passion. And Amber's passion to help veterans with Medicare Medicaid. Okay.
Not only veterans, their family, their friends, whomever. We're here to help everyone. I want to help you navigate this system and help you make an informed decision. So just not veterans.
Yeah. My friend Don, he came on and I think he said Stephanie, so everybody's rolling with
that.
I'll let him. We got a meeting Monday morning, probably tomorrow too as well. I'll let him know that.
Okay.
Thank you both. Appreciate it. Just tuning in. Does today's guest have a YouTube channel?
Maybe coming soon. Soon.
Yep. There it is. Okay. Can video receive? Okay, wait a minute. Can video receive VA 100% medical retirement compensation? Can video? Okay, you lost me with the video. Receive VA 100% and medical retirement compensation from the military. Yes, I've known veterans that got both. Oops, thank you very much, Amber. Okay.
Thank you.
Can we? Okay. Sean, you lost me. You lost me. Okay. All right. So we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Here is the link for the book. You can go to my Shopify store. If you get it tonight, it will be shipped out tomorrow. TDH Tango Delta Hotel 15 is the code for the 15% off. Okay. 100% PNT now diagnosed with TBI, 7%. How do we get SMC? Okay. Which SMC? Like I stated earlier, people, there are several SMCs. I'm assuming you're talking about SMC-T. Thus my name, Dwayne. I got a video on that. Kimball, I got a video on SMC-T. And I walk you through those requirements. Okay. And I think the requirement is you need to meet the SMC criteria for SMC M and O or N and O. One of those two. Okay. Yep. So you got to meet and so I don't know the criteria for the SMC. I think it's N and O or M and O or something like that. One of those two. Okay. But in that video, I talk about it. What causes high blood pressure secondary to sleep apnea? You got to ask the medical professional for that one. Is the increased pressure in the chest that the obstructive sleep apnea is causing that causes the high blood pressure or what? Mike, I wish I could tell you I am not a medical professional, so I do not want to even begin to even touch that. If anybody is a medical professional, and I'll just say the nickname, Slappy, if you're still on here, maybe you can answer that question. Okay. Frank White, thanks for the information. Okay, that was the same question. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone, that is all the comments we have. Everybody give a round of applause. Well, put a one in the comment section to show your support and thank yous for Amber for coming tonight. Amber, you did an awesome job. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
we did this.
Yes,
We had
me
a
too.
lot of good questions, and I didn't know half this stuff. But one last question. Okay, there we go. We got a lot of one. Okay, we got 1-1. We got 126 people. I need to see 126 ones. Okay?
Yes. 126 one, you
Here we
guys.
go.
Let's see.
Here we go. Here we go.
There we
There they
go.
go. There they go. There they go. Okay. All right. So when you mention the gym membership
Yeah.
that Medicare and Medicaid will pay for that, is there a limit on the monthly amount or time frame that they would pay for it?
No. So the time frame is going to be the full year that Medicare plan is in effect. Whenever you sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan, that plan is good for 1 year.
Okay.
Every single year you want to take a look at benefits and kind of take a look at your plan to decide on if you want to re-up to go into that same plan the next year, or if you want to make a plan change. As far as the prices associated, that's nothing that the beneficiary has to worry about. What's important to know is that these carriers have contracts with these fitness entities, whether that's YMCA or whomever. So that's all been worked out behind the scene. Once you opt into a carrier and you pull up what facilities are in your area that accepts your plan, that means that's fully covered for you. You won't have to come out of pocket for that. They've already done that behind the scenes, and you get that benefit simply because you're enrolled into that plan.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So if anybody wants needs the link, you didn't get the link to the membership, you need the link to the book, make sure you go out to our website, KMD, www.kmd89 Kilo Mike Delta 89.com. A lot of information is there. Also, if you want the link, for the membership or the event next week, email us at info at kmd89.com. Okay. Live, laugh, love 3636. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. So everyone, thank you. And shoot me an email if you want to have Amber to come back sometime. If you have a suggestion for a particular video, not your personal claim. Okay, I'm not going to do a scenario based on that. Email me, let me know. We put it on the list. The team and I, we talk about it. We do a research, and then we may go ahead and do a video. So,
well, Dwayne, before you go, I just got to thank you for letting me come on your platform. I am truly grateful. I really appreciate it so much.
Okay, we got nice to get a contract to be a gov provider, a gym provider. Okay, that's what he meant. Nice to get a contract. Yeah, good contract. So before you go, and I apologize, Amber, is there anything that you want to leave the viewers with as it pertains to Medicare, Medicaid? I know the deadline is December 7th.
One important the most important thing I want you guys to leave away with is that open enrollment is from October 15th through December 7th. And right now is the right time and the right place to make an informed decision and speak to a licensed sales agent. Get with someone that you trust, someone that you have confidence in, someone that is educated enough to be able to guide you and lead you to make an informed decision. Insurance is a very heavily regulated industry. So who better than to speak to someone who has 7 years in the game. And that's about it. Even if I could just be of service to anyone, give me a call. I would be more than happy to answer questions and point you in the right direction.
Right. Okay. Mike Allen, I do see your comment. Send me an email at info@kmd89.com. I'll work on it tomorrow and get you squared away. Cheryl Anderson, I did see the email come through when you purchased the book. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, Amber's information is going across the bottom. Make sure you reach out to her before the weekend because we got Thanksgiving coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to lose a couple of days there. Just so make sure you give a call. And with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. And be on the lookout for more educational videos containing what? Them VA nuggets and them VA receipts. Let's get it. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you.